Welcome back to the channel, where we make sense of the world one story at a time. If you end up liking this video, please help us out by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Today, we're counting down the top 10 countries where the Malaysian diaspora has built new homes, new lives, and sometimes new identities. Some of these destinations might surprise you, others not so much. Let's get into it. 10. India, around 12,000 Malaysians. We start in India, with an estimated 12,000 Malaysians living here, according to UN migration data and census estimates. Many are students in Indian universities, especially in medicine and engineering, as well as professionals in tech hubs like Bangalore and Chennai. There are also historical family connections, since South Indian migration shaped Malaysia for centuries. In a way, the flow has reversed. Malaysians now go back to India for education, business, or even retirement. It's a smaller number compared to others on this list, but still a fascinating continuation of an old relationship. 9. New Zealand, around 17,000 Malaysians. At number 9, New Zealand, home to around 17,000 Malaysians. According to New Zealand census data, Malaysians there are concentrated in Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch. Many are drawn by the education system, parents sending children to universities there and entire families following. The Kiwi lifestyle, relaxed, outdoorsy, and safe, has also been a major pull factor. And let's be honest, Malaysians can't resist the idea of adding nasi lemak to a picnic overlooking Hobbiton. 8. Taiwan, around 24,000 Malaysians. Number 8 is Taiwan, with roughly 24,000 Malaysians based on UN and Wikipedia migration tallies. Education is the big story here. Thousands of Malaysian Chinese students choose Taiwan each year, especially because of shared language and cultural familiarity. Taiwan's Ministry of Education has long welcomed Malaysians into its universities, and many graduates end up staying to work in engineering, tech, and design. The result? A pocket of Malaysians who celebrate both bubble tea and teh tarik. 7. China, around 25,000 Malaysians. At number 7, China, home to an estimated 25,000 to 30,000 Malaysians, according to older census and UN figures. Many are students or professionals working in Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou. Trade ties between Malaysia and China have always been deep, and the Belt and Road Initiative has only accelerated movement in both directions. For Malaysians of Chinese descent, there's also a cultural return journey aspect. But let's be clear, even in Shanghai, Malaysians will tell you Malaysian char kway teow beats anything you find in China. 6. Canada, around 25,690 Malaysians. At number 6, Canada, where the Malaysian diaspora stands at around 25,690, according to the Malaysian HR Ministry in 2024. The attraction here is familiar. Strong universities, professional opportunities, and a stable, multicultural society. Toronto and Vancouver are the main hubs, with smaller clusters in Ottawa, Calgary, and Montreal. For many Malaysians, Canada offers both the West's opportunities and the comfort of multiculturalism. Bonus, Malaysians are one of the few groups who won't complain about the cold, at least not too much. 5. Brunei, around 52,000 Malaysians. Number 5 is neighboring, Brunei, where about 52,000 Malaysians live, according to older UN migration data. That might not sound huge compared to Singapore, but for a tiny country like Brunei, it's significant. Many Malaysians commute across the border for work in oil, gas, and public services. Shared language, religion, and cultural background make Brunei feel almost like an extension of home. Except here, your ringgit suddenly feels a lot weaker. For United Kingdom, 37,000 to 84,000 Malaysians. At number 4, the United Kingdom. The numbers vary. The Malaysian HR Ministry in 2024 reported 37,459, while older Office of National Statistics data put it closer to 84,000. Either way, the UK is a major hub. Malaysian students have been coming here since colonial times, and today you'll find Malaysians scattered from London to Manchester to Scotland. The UK remains a destination for law, finance, academia, and of course, football. Ask any Malaysian in Britain and they'll tell you the weather may be gloomy, but at least there's always roti canai in London's East End. 3. United States, around 80,000 Malaysians. Number 3. The United States, with about 79,827 Malaysians, according to the Malaysian HR Ministry in 2024. From Silicon Valley engineers to East Coast doctors, Malaysians have found niches across the US. Education again plays a big role. Thousands first arrive on student visas and stay for work. California, Texas, and New York are hotspots. Malaysians in America often joke that explaining where Malaysia is on a map is harder than adjusting to the culture itself. But hey, at least you can find Milo at Asian supermarkets in LA. 2. Australia, 138,000 to 174,000 Malaysian. At number 2, it's Australia. The HR Ministry counted 138,363 Malaysians there in 2024, but older Australian census data put the figure at around 174,000. Either way, it's huge. Australia has long been the most popular study abroad destination for Malaysians, and many who go for education end up settling down. Sydney and Melbourne are the obvious hubs, but Perth has a particularly strong Malaysian community. It's close, it's familiar, and honestly, some Australians have stopped being surprised when their favourite cafe is owned by a Malaysian serving kaya toast. 1. Singapore, over 1.1 million Malaysians. And at number 1, of course, Singapore, the elephant in the room. Over 1.1 million Malaysians live, work, or study across the causeway, according to UN migration data and Singapore statistics. That's more than half the entire Malaysian diaspora worldwide in just one city-state. Some commute daily from Johor Bahru, others have settled permanently. Singapore's economy is highly dependent on Malaysian workers, from construction to finance to healthcare. And culturally, the two nations are so intertwined that you sometimes forget where one ends and the other begins, until you argue about who invented laksa. And that's the countdown. The top 10 countries where Malaysians abroad have built new homes, from India at number 10 to Singapore at number 1. The diaspora is not just about numbers. It's about identity, opportunity, and the stories Malaysians carry with them wherever they go. Which country on this list surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.